When you come over the hill in a car coming into Madoc, this just explodes in front of you. It's really, really exciting to see. It's impressive.
When I first heard about the park, I thought it was the most amazing thing possible. I certainly didn't believe that Madoc was going to have something as extravagant as this, definitely.
Centre Hastings is a charming municipality north of Belleville. But despite its small population of 4,500, its community of Madoc has bonded together to take on a project of massive proportions. They've converted an unused 4-acre ball diamond into a revolutionary, environmentally friendly family park.
I live near this park, and I was walking by one day and I said, this park should have a skate park. And that was the beginning of the vision.
The youth actually had a great part in developing of this park. And without them, it probably wouldn't be there, because they were the pushers and the movers and the shakers. Then, of course, the parents got involved, and that brought them forward to a committee level, where they then could come with a proposal that they designed with the adults, and council fully supported. Even though we had some hesitance, we asked them not to let us down, and I can assure you, the youth did not let us down.
Altogether, the young people of the community raised more than $25,000. They raked leaves, picked up garbage, organized fundraisers, and even offered up their precious allowances.
It's not happening with our tax dollars, so the community recognizes, in most small communities, that if they want something, they want to create something, it's got to happen through their own volunteerism and their own fundraising and their own efforts.
The project commenced in 2005, and 3 years later has completed the following elements: a mega tower play structure with several pieces of playground equipment, a post and beam covered pavilion, an eco-friendly canteen with 3 washrooms, a 12,700 square foot cement skate park, a 4,000 square foot bunny skate park, and a rental facility that provides youth and visitors with a wide range of sports equipment. In fact, the park and its amenities have been drawing people from across Ontario.
The thing about Madoc is, it's a really small town. It's easy to get to. It's not like you have to drive into a city, drive downtown or in traffic. It's off on its own. You come here, there's a lot of friendly people. It's a nice atmosphere. It's brand new. It has a really nice look to it. There's no graffiti or anything on any of the banks. Most of them are all spray painted and graffitied, so that's nice. It makes it easier to ride on too.
The youth in this community, they realize they have something very special, and they have something that a lot of other communities don't have.
Well, you have to have big risks to have big rewards. And when we started this, I don't think that we had quite the vision that it was going to be this big. So we started small and we grew. From an economic perspective, we want to build something that will grow. We want to build something that will attract. Every portion of this park keeps attracting that many more people.
For the municipality of Centre Hastings and the town of Madoc, this was only the beginning. In 2008, they began ramping up for their final phase of construction. In addition to some new shelters and common areas, a newly constructed post and beam tourist information booth has been added to the park, which will be used to serve the community and tourists alike. But the upgrades don't stop there. The installation of an innovative new splash pad is the second of its kind in the province to capture and recirculate its water. Of all the water being used, only 25% will be consumed.
The way the system works is basically when a child or adult will touch the sensor, that sensor triggers the computerized system that we have behind us to make the water features go on and off at various sequences for a certain duration of time. If the child is no longer on the pad, then the water won't endlessly flow.
Creating this new infrastructure was only the first part of what the Parks Committee members wanted to offer the community.
We have a camp that runs in the park for 6 weeks, ages 5 to 12, and they teach them how to ride their bikes, how to ride rollerblades, how to skateboard. We do craft sessions, we have little games and activities for them. And this year is different. We usually bus them up to our town pool, but since we have this wonderful splash pad, they get to play here.
But that's only part of the excitement. The real triumph of engineering has been the construction of a totally self-sufficient and sustainable 2,000 square foot straw bale community art center. The new center has a goal of producing 0 emissions, making it one of the most environmentally sound buildings of its kind in Canada. It has a rubble trench foundation and earthen floors, hemp straw bale walls and structural columns, sustainably harvested timber, stone, and earthen plasters, geothermal heating and cooling, photovoltaic solar panels that send excess power back to the grid, and even a recycled metal roof. The project was undertaken by a team of 26 students from Fleming College's Sustainable Building program.
The reason behind it is to get students to experience hands-on a whole range of alternative construction methods, things that are trying to make the least amount of environmental impact possible during the build, and then creating buildings that have the least amount of impact during their lifetime.
After many months of tedious labor, the Art Center is now ready to offer the community a brand new venue for a wide range of activities.
Oh, they feed you chicken pie. If you eat it, you will die. And beef will come out cutting with a sword. Oh, the eggs you could not touch if you
Well, one article came out of the Toronto Star that, you know, this park made this town, and that's not true. People in this town are the ones that made the park.
Members of the community displayed trust and support by putting their time and hard-earned money into a project that some might call impossible. Fortunately, it has paid off. Along with drawing the community closer together, they've received many awards and recognitions.
I think it's really impressive to see something on this scale in a town the size of Madoc. There are big things happening here for sure, and it's really, really great to see.
We just believe it's a place for families, and I think that that's the biggest problem today, as far as I'm concerned, is that the family structure has broken down, and this is an opportunity for families to come and spend time here together, and there's something for every one of them to do.
It's just another example of how Centre Hastings Park continues to stand as a symbol for the future. It represents both our environment and our youth, and these are undoubtedly two of the world's most valuable resources. One thing's for sure, the picturesque municipality of Centre Hastings and the small town of Madoc have proven themselves to be a backdrop for community in action.